Hello, and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, we're talking Islam Makhachev, current lightweight champion. We're going to talk about Islam Makhachev potential welterweight move in 2025. We're going to talk about the odds of this happening. What would this mean for the welterweight division if this was to happen? A little bit more about Makhachev. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. I have to say, the lightweight division in its current standings, aside from a couple of fighters, Arman Tsarukyan being one of them, have been pretty much cleaned up twice now by the same camp. What do I mean? Khabib Nurmagomedov defeated similar names to Islam Makhachev, like a Dustin Poirier. And some other guys, I wish that, Islam would have faced, like a Justin Gaethje. I thought that Justin Gaethje was the toughest matchup to Islam Makhachev prior to UFC 300. Unfortunately, for the heroic, entertaining Gaethje, he took on that fight, which benefited him a little, in all honesty. Kind of derailed the guy. Lost his BMF title. Gave all his hype, momentum, and energy to Max Holloway. And Max Holloway kind of gave all that energy, momentum, and hype to Ilia Topuria, who wants to challenge Islam Makhachev. It's funny how things go in circles almost. But I thought that was the biggest, matchup for to be had, for Islam Makhachev. Prior to UFC 300, unfortunately for Gaethje, he's out of the equation, at least currently. I don't rule him out as a tough opponent, nonetheless. But what I'm trying to say here is that the lightweight division, most of its top fighters are an aging bunch. I've said this so many times. Most of their top guys are in their mid to late 30s. Aside from like a Tsarukyan, who's obviously challenging up next for a title, which would be a rematch as well. So what am I trying to say here? Long story short, this division, aside from the upcoming matchup and perhaps that possible Ilia Topuria matchup, which could be had probably end of year 2025, which probably would conclude Islam Makhachev's lightweight career. I would say probably mid-year 2025 will probably conclude that lightweight career. And then depending on the results of the fight in the welterweight division, as far as the champion is concerned, and what I mean here is Bilal Muhammad's results. If Bilal loses the title or he decides to hang the gloves, then we will see Islam Makhachev go up to that 170. In all honesty, a move that was a realistic option before Bilal moved up to that division. We talked about it immediately after UFC 304. We said, now that Bilal is the champion, Islam will not move up to challenge for that title unless the UFC wants it to happen. Then it will happen. If the two best guys in said division are to face each other, these guys will probably do it. Aside from that, if it's up to them, they will not fight one another. I'm pretty certain of that. It depends on what happens with Bilal, but if Bilal happens to relinquish or loses that title, then I have no doubt in my mind that after Tsarukyan, say he gets past Tsarukyan, say Ilia Topuria climbs up to challenge Oliveira for number one contender matchup. He beats the winner of that fight. I believe win, lose, or draw, depending on what happened in that welterweight division, we'll see Islam Makhachev go up to that welterweight because he's looking for history at this point. The division has already been cleared. And aside from, the rematch with Arman Tsarukyan, which he's already defeated Tsarukyan, right? Just a reminder. And the possibility of that big Ilia Topuria fight, since Ilia wants it so bad, and perhaps this is probably something's going to happen mid-year 2025. It depends. All depends. But I believe the welterweight move is something that is probably most certainly in the back of Islam Makhachev's mind for the year 2025. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more.